You gave your all. They offered only broken pieces in return. Their love is a quiet storm leaving devastation behind. They fooled your heart, but your soul knows the truth. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. You loved a shadow, chasing light that was never yours to keep. Their words were honey, but their touch left bitter scars. You were the truth they feared and the lie they chose. Their love is a riddle wrapped in a mask of lies. You all are the wound they never healed but always caused. Their silence speaks louder than any promise they broke. You were a beautiful mistake in their story of deception. Their affection was a currency that never reached your soul. You trusted it a ghost, and it vanished with your hope. Their love was a lesson written in the ink of betrayal. You held a heart that wasn't truly yours to hold. Their promises were cages, trapping your soul in empty words. You were the light in their darkness, yet they chose shadows. Their love felt like fire, but burned only your hands. You sought truth in their lies and found only echoes. Their affection was a mask hiding the cold absence beneath. You were a dream they whispered, but never intended to live. Their love is a puzzle with pieces missing forever. You offered forever. They gave you a fading moment. Their heart was a battlefield. Yours, the innocent casualty. They whispered love, but every word was a thread pulling you apart. You were a light they borrowed and returned broken. Their touch promised healing, but left invisible scars. You loved someone who mastered the art of beautiful cruelty. They danced on your heartstrings while hiding the knife behind their back. Their eyes spoke honesty, but their hands told lies. You were a story they rewrote with every breath of deceit. Their love was a shadow, always close, never real. You carried hope for two, but they carried only empty hands. They stole your trust, dressed it in charm, and threw it away. Your heart was a map, and they burned every path home. They played with your soul like a game, but you played for love. Their promises were chains, binding your heart to their lies. You are not a mistake, but they chose to treat you like one. Their love was a fever. You were the patient who never healed. You believed in a reflection. They showed only a distorted truth. Their silence screamed louder than any broken vow. You gave everything, but they kept only the parts they liked. Their affection was a story told in whispers and broken silences. You were the light they needed but never wanted to keep. They built walls with your tears, then watched you crash. Their love was a mirage, beautiful from afar, painful up close. You loved a ghost whose touch was only cold air. They promised the stars but gave you only darkness. Your heart was a temple they entered to steal and abandon. They fooled your mind, but your soul always knew better. Their love was a cruel game. You played with your heart. You were a flame. They were the storm that refused to calm. They wore love like a mask, hiding the face of betrayal. Your trust was a gift. They treated it like garbage. Their words were soft lies wrapped in velvet. You chased a shadow that vanished with every step. Their heart was a puzzle missing its most important piece, you. You were the dream. They were the nightmare disguised as love. Their affection was a tide, pulling you close, then crashing away. Your soul whispered truth. They drowned it in deception. They promised forever, but left you with fragments of yesterday. You were a story told only in broken chapters. Their love was a mirage, fading with every sunrise. You carried a heart that never fully belonged to you. They fed on your love, starving your soul. Their silence was a wound deeper than any words. You were a flame. They were the cold wind snuffing it out. They used your love like a mask to hide their emptiness. Your heart was the battlefield, and they came armed with lies. Their promises were like glass, fragile and destined to shatter. You believed in their love, but it was only a shadow's dance. They offered affection, but only took pieces of your soul. Your trust was a bridge they burned without remorse. They held your heart lightly, as if it could be broken again. Their love was a song, beautiful but impossible to sing. You gave them your all. They returned fragments and silence. They fooled you with smiles, but hid storms behind their eyes. Your love was a garden. They left it wild and withered. They painted dreams with colors that faded at dawn. You loved a mystery that never wanted to be solved. Their heart was a fortress. You were an outsider trying to belong. You were a flame they watched burn, then turned away. Their affection was a shadow that disappeared in light. Your soul knew the truth they refused to admit. My dear, this is not a joke. Your heart is the stage for their emotional masquerade. Their promises are shadows, beautiful lies designed to capture your light and never return it. They fool you with tenderness while quietly plotting your emotional eclipse. Every smile they give hides a secret dagger meant to wound your trust. You are not the fool, just the unwilling actor in their cruel play. Their words paint paradise, but deliver a slow, silent winter to your soul. The love you feel is borrowed, returned with interest only in pain. They speak in riddles, hoping you'll solve a puzzle that leads nowhere. This illusion they weave feels warm but is coated in icy deceit. They flirt with your heart like a thief handling a sacred relic. Their affection is a currency spent to buy control, not connection. You are a mirror reflecting their fears, not their truth. Beneath their charm lies a hollow void where your hope dies quietly. Their silence is louder than their lies, an empty echo of broken vows. You feel love's warmth, but it burns with the poison of betrayal. The closer you get, the further they drift, a dance of emotional sabotage. They whisper love while stabbing wounds invisible to the world. Their eyes hold storms, calm on the surface, but raging within. You are the chapter they will never truly write, just pretend to start. Their touch is a question mark, never an answer to your longing. The truth is a stranger in their words, lost between the smiles. Your heart is a compass, but they break the needle to keep you lost. They play with your soul like a puppeteer pulling invisible strings. Every "I love you," they say, is a thread in a web of deceit. They claim forever, but trade your trust for fleeting pleasure. Your healing is their enemy. They feed on your silent pain. The love you crave is a ghost they use to haunt your nights. Their promises dissolve like mist, leaving behind only your empty hands. They crave your warmth, then freeze your world with absence. Their sorry is a rehearsed script, not a confession of truth. You walk through a maze built by their lies, no exit in sight. They sow confusion, harvesting doubt from your once steady heart. Their gaze masks hunger, not for you, but for control disguised as love. They call it love, but it feels like a slow, deliberate erasure. Your heart whispers warnings, drowned out by their seductive lies. They offer affection, then snatch it back like a cruel illusionist. Your love is a fire, their indifference is the cold ash. Behind their kindness lurks a hunger no one sees but you. They never meant to stay. You were a moment, not a forever. Their affection is a mask. The truth beneath is too dark to face. They steal your smile and gift you tears in return. Your heart beats a rhythm they learned to ignore. They drown your voice with empty promises and silent exits. The pain you feel is their victory disguised in love's clothing. Their love is a cage built from your own broken hope. You gave them your soul. They left you with shadows. Their embrace feels like home, but it's just a beautiful trap. The trust you offered is the currency they spent recklessly. They blur the lines between love and manipulation until you can't tell. Your tears water their garden of selfishness and lies. They paint devotion with colors that bleed into betrayal. Their love is a ghost story you keep retelling to yourself. They're a storm that promises rain but delivers only destruction. You were the light they needed to see, then chose to blind. Their affection was a riddle. The answer was never meant for you. They build walls with your heart's pieces and watch you bleed. Your soul aches because it knows the truth they deny. They take more than they give, a silent thief of your essence. Their love is a faded photograph, beautiful but forever out of reach. They confuse passion with possession, and you pay the price. You are a chapter they skipped, a story they never finished. Their lies are lullabies that soothe pain before betrayal strikes. They never saw you as love, only as a lesson learned too late. Your heart is a battlefield, and they came armed with deceit. Their charm is a veil hiding the absence of true care. You gave them the sun, they returned cold shadows. Their affection is a currency spent on selfish whims, never you. They built a castle of lies, inviting you to live in the ruins. You are a flame, they are the wind that blows it out. Their love was a theater. You were the audience fooled by the act. They promised forever, but rehearsed their departure. Your heart held hope. They held the dagger. Their apologies are rehearsed lines in a tragic play. You were a lighthouse. They chose to sail away in darkness. Their love feels like a fever, intense but destructive. You're a song they learned but never really understood. Their affection is a mirage fading with each step closer.